All right, if possible, find the value of n. 4 to the second times 4 to the nth equals 0. What your teachers are trying to make sure they get at with you is that never will you come out with a 0 when you're dealing with powers of 4. So I'm just going to write out some powers of 4 to you. So for you, I'm going to do 4 to the third, 4 to the second, 4 to the first, 4 to the 0, 4 to the -1, 4 to the -2. Okay? So 4 to the third means 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. 4 to the second means 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 to the first means 4. Now for 4 to the 0, some kids are like, I'm not sure what that is. Well, if I go working down my chart, 64 divided by 4 gets you to 16. 16 divided by 4 gets you to 4. So then here, you just keep the process going. 4 divided by 4 gets you to 1. So 4 to the 0 power is actually a 1. 4 to the negative first, I would have to take 1 divided by 4. Well, what's 1 divided by 4? We can always write that with a fraction bar, so that's 1/4. So this is 1/4. So 4 to the -1 is 1/4. 4 to the -2 would be 1/4 divided by 4 if we keep moving down the chart. So 1/4 divided by 4 over 1. Keep the 1/4. Change your division to multiplication. Take your multiplicative inverse, flip that over. 4 over 1 becomes 1/4. Straight across the top, straight across the bottom. That's 1/16. 4 to the -2 is actually 1/16. So 4 to the +2 was 16. 4 to the -2 is 1/16. 4 to the first was 4. 4 to the -1 is 1/4. So there's some great connections there. Okay, the whole point in this, if we look at the values when we raise 4 to any power, we're never going to get a 0. This is impossible. You're never going to get a 0 out. So if possible, find the value of n. There's no value of n I could put here such that if I multiplied, kept my base, added my exponents, would ever get me to 0. It's impossible. There is no power of 4 that ever gets you to 0. So this would be no solution. There's no value of n. If possible, find the value of n. There's no value of n that would allow this to work because there's no way when you're talking about exponents, powers of 4, that you're going to get out a 0. All right, hope that helped.